And now, what was the conversation like at the half? They got it down to 5 points, and y'all came out of the half. I think I scored 16 straight. What was that talk like with Coach Purcell?
Well, it started off with DeBreasha Powe. We came in the locker room and she asked us all like, what did we see and what it is we need to fix, and we fed off of that. And Coach Sam picked up off on what we said we need to fix and everything. So halftime was mainly about defense. Our defense set our offense up.
JerKaila, what do you think they were doing there at the end of the first half that was kind of giving y'all some trouble?
I would say it was more of what were we doing? I think we weren't locked in. We had to focus on getting back in transition. They were hitting transition shots. Just talking and communicating, and we came out happy. We fixed it.
Right here in the front.
Dirk, how does the offensive game plan change a little bit when the threes aren't really falling and you're able to really dominate them in the paint, even though the outside shots weren't really hitting?
I would say that's the good thing about this team. We have shooters, but we also have drivers when our shots aren't falling. So just driving and kicking was the emphasis, getting people open and just looking for the next open person and just dominating the crash and just giving our all.
DeBreasha, do you usually take charge in the locker room like that at halftime? Is that pretty common?
Yes, it is. I think the biggest thing with our team is Sam wants us to be player led, and the thing is my teammates trust me, and I'm very vocal. So yeah,
It's like it comes natural to her.
Right here in the front.
Jerk, I think y'all have held, Nate said y'all have held the first, I'm going to blame him if it's wrong. Y'all have held the first 4 teams under 30%. Defense looks like a point of emphasis for y'all. Does it feel that way for you, maybe even more so than years past this year?
For sure, I think that's something we emphasize in practice is defense. That's where we get our offense going, is defense of stops, rebounds, and just pushing the transition. So we emphasize defense. As you can see, that was the turning point in the game when we locked up and talked.
I've done a much better job the past 2 games of limiting the turnovers. What improvements have you seen in that area?
Running every time we turn it over. So no, but just taking care of the ball. He emphasizes it. He tells us all the time. Turnovers can lose games, so we just have to take care of the ball, make smart decisions, get off of it faster, and we emphasize it in practice a lot.
Final question here.
And I know we talked a little about your role earlier in the week, but you're kind of becoming that sort of that go-to lead scorer after coming off the bench most of your career, the last couple of stops. How is that sort of just coming along for you, and you're embracing that role as sort of one of the go-to offensive weapons for this team?
I think it started in practice. I don't really get too much into the leading scoring and everything. It's like the flow of the game and how Coach Sam wants to play. It just comes natural. And like Dirk said, like we have players that can shoot, and if we can't hit in that night, we got players that can drive. So we just feed off each other. Somebody's gonna have a hot night, the next person not. So when I'm not having a good night, I know Dirk gonna be there, or Destiny, or anybody, Taryn Ward. So I feel like it starts in practice, and we all got each other back whenever the night comes that one of us is not on.
Thank you.